Welcome back to Amor Soul.
Welcome back, guys.
We missed you guys so much that we decided to do a podcast.
That's true. We've been away for a little while.
Yes, a lot of things have happened since we have been away.
A few things.
Like Erica's pregnant.
No, I'm not.
Got you. Got you. Nah, but we are engaged.
Yay.
What about that story?
I mean, we could talk about that story. That's pretty much one of the biggest things that happened since we've been gone.
For sure.
Well, we took a vacation.
Yes, to Europe.
Yeah, so we went to Paris, London, and Amsterdam, and it was an amazing vacation.
For sure, all day. Europe is simply beautiful. If you do not believe me, log on to thebreezelife.com and click on the galleries and go to explore or check out my journal where I feature a lot of pictures from our Europe trip or the Instagram. I'm plugging early because some people have ADD and they will just check out like, I ain't know what.
You don't have to wait till the end.
Well, yeah. Some people get bored quick or maybe real boring, but that's never the case. Yes, sir. So go online, thebreezelife.com. Check out either my gallery or the journal. I have pictures featuring beautiful scenery from Europe, and I have much more to actually put up and upload. I can't wait to share with you guys.
I can't wait to see the rest of the pictures.
Yeah, for sure.
I always get excited when we come back from trips to see the pictures that you shot.
Yeah, I used to be really bad. Remember like our Abu Dhabi, India trip? I still haven't really gone through those pictures and like fully processed them. And even like the Taiwan trip.
Yeah, that one, I was waiting for certain pictures. I'm like, I know we have some really cool pictures at this park that we went to that's like right by the ocean.
For sure. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go through them and make sure that I edit them.
We just passed the 1 year mark of that trip.
Crazy, and I have yet to actually supply some photos, some dope photos. I have some, but none are. Yeah.
I mean, that was also a long trip, so
for sure.
Comparatively, for the length of the trip, there are just a few pictures that you've released.
That's true. Like Taiwan was like what, 12 days? So Taiwan was a minute.
Was it? It was like 10 or 11 days.
Yeah, and the thing is, like it's like a 15-hour flight from. From San Francisco. We flew to San Francisco first, and then we had a 15-hour flight to Taipei. Try to make sure I don't hit the table. 15-hour flight to Taipei, which wasn't that bad. I actually sat down the whole entire time, which is crazy.
So weird.
I could have died. I just recently learned about, like, not recently, but like a few months ago, probably more than that. I learned about like people getting blood clots and stuff like that from sitting down too much, and like, oh shoot, it's
crazy how long you can sit on a plane.
It's ridiculous.
Because on a 8-hour flight, I will get up 5 times.
55 times.
And I don't care. Because I can't sit down for that long.
Yeah.
I have to go to the restroom. I need to move. I'll go to the back galley and stretch.
Hilarious.
I don't care. I'm like an old lady who doesn't give a shit.
Yes.
So there's that.
I have seen plenty of old ladies not giving a shit right in the middle of the flight, walking back and forth and doing their little leg stretches and doing splits and stuff like that. Like,
that's me at the age of 28.
Basically. Yeah, that's funny, hilarious. But you got like back problems.
Yeah. I also can't sit for like super, super long because of my back.
No disrespect.
Thanks for that.
I love your back.
Okay. But you can sit on the flight the entire time.
It's crazy.
No bathroom break.
Nope.
No stretch break.
Nope.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Well, it's like
I mean, I don't know. I think we should just consider that like a secret talent.
A marvel of sorts. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
It's crazy. I will start getting too anxious, not because I'm afraid of flying.
Yeah.
But just because I start to feel my legs tense up. I start to feel a little bit of swelling in my legs. I have to move.
The flight over to Europe, I felt that. Like, I had to get up. I felt like, dang, if I don't move, I'm going to die on this plane. It's like, it's super weird. And I was like watching Moana at the time. I think I was watching Moana. It's probably what I like with that whack-ass movie. That movie is it's like, it's cool.
I thought you liked that movie.
I didn't feel any emotional.
That's not true.
Wait, what do you mean?
Moana?
Moana, yes, I love that movie. I'm talking about Ally.
Oh, sorry.
Ally with the Brad Pitt and some random lady.
Okay, I was so confused.
Yeah, my bad. So Moana, I loved it. Shoot, I was like in tears like the first 5 minutes. Like, oh shoot, that's how a baby can look. Like, oh my god, that
True story on the plane.
Yeah,
that happened.
Then we had like a real sultry moment. Like
sultry.
I don't know how to explain it, but we had like a real moment where and actually it was a great kickoff.
It was
to the trip because it's like I was just feeling like, oh shoot, like this is like Moana, which is like what she's Samoan, I suppose.
Yeah, I think
believe,
so.
or at least a Polynesian individual girl. And if you haven't seen the movie, then you're crazy.
It's so good,
so good. And just that girl, like, she had a deep tan to her, some curly hair, so more than likely how our kids would probably come out due to me being African and you being Spanish and Native American.
Spanish?
And Native American.
Yeah, that's true.
So, come on. Come on. You gotta do like a Donald Trump racist.
Spanish?
You're Spanish. Like, no.
No, like for real.
Like, yeah.
My ancestry is like.
Exactly.
From Spain and also from Native America.
Yeah. That's what that's
North America, I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mexican, basically.
Yes. Yeah. And so just seeing that and like, oh man, then I'm been like, the reason why I have been working hard so crazy is because I just think about our future kids all the time. But not all the time. I don't assess like at work. I don't be at like team meetings like, oh, our kids. Oh, what the fuck? But I do put them in mind to make sure that when they come, they do have a solid foundation to stand on and be all good to go. So it was like a real moment just seeing that movie. And I don't know, just crazy.
Well, you're gonna make me cry right now, but okay.
It's a good movie in general.
No,
though.
it really is. Actually, I just sounded like a grandma. It really is. I had something in my throat.
What's that? What's the store you went to?
What?
That store you got?
Really? So I went to a store yesterday. He's making fun of me. It's called Soma Intimates.
Oh, that sounds like good.
Soma?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a high-end undergarment store.
Yes.
I mean, it's not just lingerie. It's like, bras and panties and sleepwear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very quality things. So I got some workout pants there on clearance. Thank you very much. And Marcus is making fun of me because I told him it's like Victoria's Secret, but for older women. Mm-hmm. But I meant that like it's classier and higher quality.
That's what they say to older women to make them feel better about themselves.
Well, I don't care because I like it.
I just don't know.
And you may like it one day too when I come home with something new.
Yay! All right, so back to Europe. Back to Europe. Okay.
Oh yeah, Europe. Okay.
So we took the plane ride over there from Dallas straight to Paris. We landed. Of course, went through customs and all that. It's like really minute details. I think we should we just go straight to the engagement, or we kind of can talk about what we did while we were over there in Europe.
Well, let's start with Paris because that was an amazing part of the trip.
That's true.
An amazing leg.
It's a good leg.
So Paris, basically. Well, let's see. DeMarcus was awesome on this trip. I'll just say that because
I meditated a lot on the trip.
Oh, great.
Which means that I was very peaceful. I was very cool. Things didn't bother me. And I'm not saying that in the way that, oh shoot, Erica bothered me, but she really doesn't. She's really an angel. I'm like, for the most part, like I can't really have any complaints. We kind of like almost like small, minute, like I do it this way, you do it that way type of thing. I think that's the only thing we kind of nitpick about.
Yes.
And like something small such as how you pick up where you put the dishes and stuff like that, or more so how I actually do it wrong. I admit that, how I wash dishes, or I like have the dirty sink full of the dirty towel. The towel situation.
Yes, there's a towel situation, guys.
Yeah.
There is a towel situation.
Yes, any towel is a good towel for me to wash dishes with.
That's not okay in my life. In my world, that is not okay.
Yes.
So, this is off track, but we're gonna keep going.
It's gonna tie in. So, it's gonna be a freestyle show. Just love us.
Recently, actually, I really appreciate that you asked while you were in my kitchen, because right now we have 2 separate apartments.
Yes.
So when I'm at your house, I respect the way you do things. Mm-hmm. And when you're at my house, you respect the way I do things.
Yes.
Which I appreciate. And so he was in the kitchen and he's like, is this towel, can I use this towel for the dishes? Like, kind of like, I know you only use certain towels for certain things.
Yeah. And I try not to say it in a smart ass way, but I kind of do say it in a smart ass way. Is this the towel?
It comes out smart ass.
Is this your special towel? Your special K towel? Huh? Type.
It's not like I'm really super like.
Yeah, like I make it seem like you're more anal.
Yeah, it's just funny because I think the way you do things is so freestyle.
Yeah.
It's just like anything works. If it works in the end, it's fine, you know? So anyways, that's the towel situation. But I appreciate you asking. Mm-hmm.
I do want to add to that. And the thing is, so this is the value that I would say that Erica has brought to my life. It's cool to be freestyle, but then you do have to have structure, because if you keep freestyling, you're going to end up going in circles. You got to have like a structured way, a roadmap that kind of like leads you to a place. I think if you guys can find like how it's related, good for you guys. But I think it's very much related, because I'm just a freestyle spirit. Like, hey, if it achieves the overall purpose, I'm good to go. But then there does have to be some type of structure, at least so you can replicate I think so you easily can do the thing over again, or you can
structure and strategy helps for you to analyze. How did that go?
Yeah.
How did, what did my plan work?
Yeah.
And then you're able for the next time to reassess and to say, well, I didn't really like this certain part of how that came out.
Yeah.
So I can adjust it. But when you do things with no strategy and no structure, you're not really sure what went wrong.
Exactly.
Because you don't even remember how you did it. You're like, I don't know. A
good example would be my cooking. Like
yeah.
I make great food, as you can.
Yes.
Would you agree to that?
Absolutely.
I just freestyle the food. So I never know really the recipe that I did. I just freestyle it. I just go with my heart, my soul.
Yeah.
And just, there you go.
And it's always great.
Yeah.
But he probably can't replicate it because it's like, I can't remember what I put in that.
There's no framework.
Which is nice. I mean, it's cool. Every dish is unique.
Yeah.
Well, but
because that's that element of, or you got the creative who can kind of push the idea, or do that idea thing, or just try something new, something that's out the box. But then you're that person that really hones everything again. Like, all right, so you went out the box. I love the out the box result. How do we replicate or duplicate that result over and over and over?
Right.
Which and this ties into the fact that what we learned like during the trip. How we work well together.
Yeah.
And, like the things that because we had our aha moment. We kind of skipping ahead to no, I'm not gonna skip ahead. Let's go back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So
let's go back.
Let's go back. We were in Paris.
Yeah.
I was saying DeMarcus was so wonderful on this trip, not because I thought you were just like, oh, so pleasant and so nice, although you were.
Yes.
But also because he planned a lot of our activities, which I really appreciated.
Which is funny.
Yeah, usually I guess I do a lot of the planning, but really I think what if I analyze lots of our trips, I think what happens is usually you will find the activities or the tours or the places to go based on reviews, because you love researching and you love reading reviews and you are so good at it.
Yeah.
So you'll find the thing to do, and then I will figure out how to get us there or the logistics about buying tickets.
Yeah.
Times, things like that.
I don't even worry about that. Like the whole ticking, like how we get. I like, okay, we're gonna get there.
He doesn't.
Like even like in Taiwan was, I would say the first time. Yeah, I just let you do everything. Like with logistic wise.
Yeah.
I didn't even interfere. I said,
mostly
okay.
the travel, like trains and. Okay,
it's a garage door. It's trap house. You know what I'm saying? We're working to get a house. Don't worry about it. And we're gonna keep this garage sound, because this is gonna be when we reflect back on it. Be like, oh, remember the garage sound?
That was a garage door opening.
Yeah, savage life. So apartment life sucks. Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah, I think on this trip you did a little bit more planning. Like, okay, oh my gosh, this is horrible. So he planned every single activity, and I helped with logistics and stuff like that. I planned a lot of other things before the trip, like hotels, Airbnbs,
For sure,
and flights and everything like that. But actually on the trip, he planned the activities. And the one thing I picked one activity.
What was that?
It was to go watch the Aladdin musical while we were in London.
That was so trash.
It sucked. And that's the only thing I picked. So I was like, God.
And why it sucked, the choreography was horrible. I would much rather see a bunch of first graders dance.
It was for first graders.
It was for first graders.
It was a very childish, goofy, not... they did. They're singing. They were flat the whole time.
Yes. And then like the person who played Aladdin, he had no soul. He had no soul. He didn't even look the part. I would say that
he looked more Greek than Middle Eastern.
Yes, he just looked out of place, and he would like try to be funny, but then
nobody would laugh.
I'm like, damn, who did you have sex with to get this position?
Oh, wow.
To get that position, bro. Because you slept with somebody.
He slept his way onto the stage.
Yeah, there you go. Like, okay, I got this bod, and you can do this thing with me. So
yeah, so that was a fail. And actually, I was going to purchase the tickets, and I just wanted to get the final. Yes, we can do it. Like, I just asked Marcus, like, okay, I'm gonna purchase them. Are we cool to go to this? And he's like, well, did you read reviews? Oh, well, okay, let me check first real quick.
Yeah.
I was about to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold, please. And so I did read a few reviews, and they had good things, and they also had a few bad things, but I thought the good would outweigh the bad. And it definitely did not. So after that...
That was in London.
That was in London, yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, that's a general overview.
Yes.
Of some of the activities. Good, so I guess we'll just jump to the engagement story. That's the
Well, okay. All right. We can jump to the engagement story, but we also can speak somewhat about Paris, like, because it does play a role.
Yes.
Like, at least the fact that, what was that? We went on that Black Paris tour.
Yes, that was so awesome.
Which was very fascinating, very dope. And that was like, we did that on our second day. On the first day, we just really walked around Arc de Triomphe and Champs-Élysées and saw the overview. Eiffel Tower overview. Did we go back to the hotel to go sleep? Did that happen?
Yeah, because we had to walk around because our room wasn't ready yet.
Yes.
So we had to walk around and like, after being zombies.
For sure.
And I was wearing like a really horrible comfy plain outfit.
Hilarious.
With tennis shoes.
Yes.
Walking around Paris.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yes. Very fast. Yeah, you stuck out.
I did.
Little to say.
I didn't feel great about it. However, what can you do? You know, it's part of travel.
For sure.
I like to travel comfy, so that's what I had to do.
Me too.
But yeah, the Black Paris tour, we did that probably on the second day, I think. And it was a wonderful way to start the whole trip, but also to start the Paris trip.
Yes.
Do you remember the name of the company? So we can...
If you Google Black Paris Tour, I think that may be the actual website, blackparistour.com.
Okay.
But if you just Google that, it'll pop up.
We'll try to link it somehow as well, because highly recommend this tour.
I think they're at least in the top 10 on TripAdvisor.
Really? Okay.
They take very seriously over there in Europe.
Yes.
It's like I think we did a few tours and a few things, but people will say, hey, just go on TripAdvisor, mention us, and we'd be good.
Yeah, actually, we need to leave a review. But okay, so the tour was basically this nice guy, like our tour guide, his name was Miguel.
Yeah, shout out to Miguel.
So he took us around Paris. We started in a cafe, and just to kind of get, our bearings, he gave us a lot of insider information as far as like the culture in Paris, cafe culture. That was great because we were actually a little confused about the service. Sometimes they didn't really come up to you and ask you if you need things, but that's normal. You know, you're supposed to kind of flag them down. They'll leave you alone, and it's out of respect to give you your space.
Yeah.
It's not because they're ignoring you.
Yes. Miguel told us that often, like actually a lot of African Americans, like in the past, have went to Paris to kind of get like a relief or a break from racism, white supremacy over here in the States. Like, back in the 50s, so like people like James Baldwin, I think he would go over there and say that they would stay in small apartments, and then so they would spend a good amount of their time at the cafes chilling out with people because they don't want to be cramped in their apartment, because a cramped apartment is like, if you're like a creative person, a cramped apartment is like jail. Like seriously, like for your creativity. So he probably went out there to go, mingle with people watch, talk with people, and kind of get inspired to do things. So that's why I guess the culture in general, because small apartments, most people go to the cafe to speak, and so the first
or just to work. They would just sit there for hours and work and write.
True.
And so they wouldn't bother them. They would just leave them. He said it was kind of like their extended living room, and so that's why they don't bother you. Like, you can stay as long as you want. You know, when you're ready to leave, ask for the bill.
Yeah, and it was funny because the first time we actually ate in Paris, we were like, I was like getting like irritated and annoyed by the waiter. Like, what the hell? Where's the waiter at?
Yeah.
And then fortunately we went on that tour and we learned, okay, so we actually, the eating experience after that, we kind of, since we understood, everything was pleasant.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a very important statement right there. Make sure that you try to understand things before you hate things.
That's true.
Boom. All right.
Drop knowledge.
Okay.
So
tour's good.
Yeah, basically, he took us around different sites and explained, kind of gave us a little history on certain people, African people basically, or African Americans who would go to Paris during this time where, you know, the racist, I guess, regime, like the racist spirit was very, very heavy in the U.S., where, you know, people really couldn't.
Yeah, had no find relief that much here. And he would like tell us things such as like writers who would go to a park and just said, like, just imagine like you're a writer back then, you go to a park and nobody's messing with you. Nobody's hassling you. Like, man, that must be a crazy feeling because you know, contrast back here in the States, everything like was madness.
1940s, 1950s.
Yeah, I think 50s.
You don't know which part of town you can be in or can't be in. Well, I mean, you do know. You do know. Yeah, you know, but still, you can't.
Yeah, even if you're in your part of town, you're at risk still.
For sure. Yeah.
So the tour was great. I think we had like a nice dinner after the tour.
Yeah.
A very nice dinner where we had some good conversations, and we also had like a meaningful moment where I kind of spoke about just how I saw women, or how I see women in general, or how I see my mom and stuff like that, and how that also is a motivating factor as to why I go hard. And we had some good conversation about that.
Yeah, we did. I think some of that was also inspired because on the tour, we spoke a lot about this lady named Josephine Baker.
Yeah.
And how, like, at face value, even if you Google her, the first things you're going to see is she was an entertainer in Paris. People loved her. But then she was also very multifaceted. Like, there's so many other things about her.
Yeah, like she learned how to fly a plane.
Yeah, like not at a young age, but later on.
Yeah, and she would fly herself to different venues.
Yeah,
that's independent as fuck.
Exactly.
So I was just amazing. Like, damn, women are amazing. You know, just in general. So.
Yeah. So that was a great conversation. I think after that
we went to that nice view.
Yeah, we
over the city. Very romantic.
What is it called? It's called
it's right by a church. Oh yeah, we can't think of the name right now.
I can't think of it.
But it's a very beautiful place. Actually, and I was very upset that I didn't have the ring at the moment. I had the ring on me the whole time, of course, obviously. But I was very upset that I didn't have the ring on me to propose at that very moment. But that's okay. So
I remember it's called Montmartre.
Montmartre.
Yeah. So it's really like high up above the city, so you can see everything. And we got there at night, and like it was so beautiful. People
playing music.
Yeah, there was this guy playing an accordion, so it was like very French.
Yeah, people selling beer.
Yeah, hustling, selling beer. Like one Heineken at a time.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
everybody hustling over there.
Yeah.
So much respect to them.
But yeah, Paris, I think, just was a great start. Like some very meaningful conversations and informative. We also had another wonderful experience. I think we're gonna have to like push it forward, but because we could talk about things forever. But
exactly, I understand. They just skip to the engagement.
Okay,
because that's what people want to talk about or want to know. All right,
so.
I guess I can start from my point, my standpoint.
Start from your perspective, like in the morning, you woke up. Did you know you were going to propose on March 23rd when you woke up?
I knew I had to propose at that moment because I really wanted to do it in Paris initially, and I was supposed to do it the second day, but the thing is, on the second day we decided not to go back to our hotel, so I wasn't able to get the ring, cause I wasn't gonna carry the ring around me all day in Paris because they savages with the pickpocketing.
Yeah,
but it's cool. It's very safe, but you just gotta be mindful of that,
Yeah, you just don't want to carry around an expensive piece like that.
Yeah, so wasn't able to do it on Tuesday. I wasn't able to do it on the Wednesday because we kind of fell asleep. And so the whole point was I wanted to do it right before we went to London as like a symbolism, a symbolic, like, all right, we did this 3 more day trial run on the run together, and I knew it was gonna go well, of course. So I'm not sure how you even find the word. I would like to continue. There you go. I would like to continue the rest of our journey in Europe together as fiancés. And so I knew, yes, of course, I had to do it that day. I was planning on doing it right before we got on the train to London, but due to like customs and us trying to find actually where to board the train, too much stuff was going on. We didn't have that much time.
We were rushing to get to the train.
So,
and then I'm sure you were stressed. Yeah. Well, I was a little stressed just to the train thing, but I didn't know anything about the engagement, obviously. So
I was like, remember that stop? Remember we made the stop right before we got on the train. You went to that little market.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Well. So we're rushing to get on the train, but me, of course, like I don't really like to like travel for a long time on an empty stomach.
Oh yeah, hangry.
So even though we're rushing, I still managed to like stop at the little cafe before you have to board the train to get some croissants and a coffee, I think.
Hilarious, yeah.
Or water, I don't know. I was like, oh, we have 4 minutes. Okay, let's stop and get some croissants.
Hysterical. Yeah.
You were probably like this.
No, that was cool. I was like looking around like, all right, who can I give this camera to? This, okay, no, we don't. We good. Okay. So yeah, so I wasn't able to do it there. Got on the train. You went to the bathroom. I said, no, F it. Now or never. Let's go. And so the train was actually moving at the moment. And I was, you went to the bathroom, and there was these ladies around. Two girls were from Chicago. Some other women were from some other place, and basically Canada, and there were some other women too. And
then the 2 girls from like New York, LA.
Okay, New York, and then the Chicago ladies, and then Canada. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. So when Erica went to the bathroom, I went to ask them if they could help me pull this off because I just wanted to give them like a camera, and I was going to say my spiel. Actually, I didn't have a spiel written out. I was going to just freestyle, which was going to be amazing on camera. So, but this girl from New York talked some sense into me, saying she told me that, all right, well, the train is moving and it's going to be moving around and bumpy, and I I got knocked down at the moment.
Wow!
When she said
That's
it's
funny.
bumpy, I'm like, oh damn. Okay, she has a point. All right, she has a point. So
you're gonna be down on one knee, like flying around the train.
Yeah, it wouldn't look cute like how we're actually going to post the video probably once we drop this episode for sure, and so. Basically, I have to wait till we get off in London. And so the whole time, I'm freaking out. I'm nervous. I'm having the jitters. And what do you do?
Me? What do I do? So I come back from the restroom.
Yeah.
And we were...
I was about to say, more so, what did you notice?
Me? I'm telling you right now.
Okay. No, make sure. I kind of said it, kind of. Go ahead.
Okay. So I came back from the restroom. I really didn't know anything was going on at all. I left. He was sitting there. I came back. He was sitting there. Mm-hmm. So,
he didn't disappear.
So yeah, we're just going, and I just noticed he's just a little bit, very quiet, which is fine. It's not like we talk 24/7, but he was very quiet. He was, I guess he looked a little bit on edge, a little anxious, like he couldn't relax. Like I'm on the train, like I'm good now, we made it. I'm like about to I took my shoes off, I'm ready to relax for 2 hours. And he couldn't relax. So I just left him for a little bit. It's like, okay, that's fine. Like it was a stressful morning.
Yeah.
But then I gave it a little longer and you just could not relax. So I was like, just a little shoulder rub. Are you okay, babe? You okay?
And then I reply, yeah, I'm good.
With a fake smile.
I'm good.
I'm good. So yeah, I was like, okay, well, we just need to relax.
And so,
So yeah.
not too long later, you took your nap. And then I had time to really think, like, all right, what the hell am I going to say? And so I actually had my phone and I was like using my notes and trying to write out, what I was going to say and everything. It wasn't long, but I actually used, if you want to know what I had planned to say, you can check out again. You can check out the Instagram. I think it's like the second post, the post that calls this.
The proposal?
Oh, no, it might be the third one. Oh, it's the third one. It's the one they call that's my muse. I think I used that to it might be the proposal. Oh, either or.
Check them all out.
Check the series
He
out.
posted a few pictures of me kind of with some stories, of the proposal, and they were very sweet. And just read them, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy them. I'm pretty sure. At least the ladies.
Yeah. So
he's so dreamy.
Okay.
No, I'm off market.
Okay.
So all right. So all right, I was able to write out what I was going to say. The moment arrives, the train. Actually, no, it's funny because the train stopped at this one station. Like it's in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's kind of like I guess a suburb area of London, and it stopped there first. And I could tell you got nervous. I didn't know why. You were like, "Is this a stop? Is this it? Is this where we get off? Is this where we get off?" And I'm like, "Chill out."
Hilarious.
Well, I didn't say that, but I'm just like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then the ladies across the little hall, they were like, "No, it's not. It's not. We still have like, what is it called? The aisle?
Oh,
yeah, the aisle."
Yeah, okay.
They were like, "No, we still have like 10 minutes, And now looking back, they knew.
Oh yeah.
So after that stop, then they started talking to us. Mm-hmm. They're like, "Oh, so where are you from?"
Yeah.
So we're like telling them, we're like, details. "Oh, where are y'all going? Oh, we were in Paris, for this long or whatever."
Yeah.
We start talking to them, and I just thought it was funny because we hadn't talked to them the whole train ride.
Yeah.
But whatever. They were like super nice. I think they were 4 teachers, or they were in education
field. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're talking to them. And I just woke up from a nap. I'm not like that super engaged.
Yeah.
I'm like still waking up.
Yeah, I'm mainly the one who's I forgot how they call it, but I'm fielding the questions.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And so I do asking some questions, and then 10 minutes just goes by. It's like
super fast,
like that. And then the train starts to slowly pull up. I'm getting nervous. My palms are getting sweaty. My knees are getting weak.
But I couldn't tell. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But then what's funny was before we got off the train, we're getting our stuff together. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of like rubbed your back a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just kind of like, a little.
It's going to be okay.
No, I didn't think anything was wrong with you. I just rubbed your back like, "Oh, babe," know?
Yeah.
And I look over and I catch one of the ladies staring at me. She is staring so hard and she's smiling like,
"Oh, hilarious.
You're so lovely."
Oh my God.
And I was just like, "Oh, wow. Okay. She must really appreciate interracial love or something."
Hilarious.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. She was looking at me with these eyes like, "Oh, they love each other," And then finally looking back, I was like, "Oh, she knew what was about to happen and she was anticipating it."
For sure. And so, all right, we had gotten the chance to gather our things. I'm about to head out. You're right behind me.
Yeah.
And so, with the girls I talked to earlier, I like waved that kind of like signal to her, like, "Hey, what I'm saying? Here's my phone." And so I kind of just not flipped the phone. I just lateraled the phone. I lateraled the phone to her.
In a lateral movement.
There you go. In a lateral movement.
He was trying to be sneaky so I wouldn't see, and I didn't.
Yeah, and so she got my phone. Phone was completely unlocked, so she could have saw my. No, it had nothing in there. But so she goes outside like a real G. Appreciate you for doing that. I can't remember her name, but she did that, and I get off the train first.
Yep.
And then I had everything with me. And then I'm just waiting for you to come off.
Yeah, I don't know why it took me that much longer after you. I don't know. I think I was just being a little bit slow with like getting the luggage down.
Yeah.
And like a little part of me was like, "You could have, hello." my
Hilarious.
luggage.
Oh, you want me to help? Okay.
But I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm independent. I got it.
Hilarious.
So I carried my luggage down and he was already in the middle of the platform. And I get out and I'm like, man, this is an awesome train station. It's beautiful. St. Pancras train station in London
Yeah.
is so beautiful. I actually have to look up how old it is. I'm sure it's very old.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, I get off of the train and I have already mentally gone into
What do we
planning
do
mode.
next? Yeah.
Where do we need to go? Where is the exit? Where's the hotel? Because I knew the hotel was very close to the train
It
station.
was extremely close.
And it ended up being connected to it. So
Yes.
I'm already, okay, DeMarcus, let's make a plan. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Mentally, that's where I was. So I walk towards you.
And I'm like, oh shit. This is the fucking moment. Like nerves on edge. I have
nervous.
never felt any nerve, like the most nervous. Who the hell beeping? Dixie, that you? Okay, no, we good.
Yeah, I heard some.
Yeah, like I have never felt so nervous in my life. And the thing is, it was like I know she's gonna say yes. I'm pretty sure it's like 99.
You knew it?
I mean, yeah. Your response proved it, but
Yeah.
I was just so nervous, and so I was like, okay, here she comes. And you come like you wanted to kiss me or hug me, or
I think I just stepped in a little bit closer to you.
in my bubble space, in
your bubble.
and I kind of pushed away. I ain't push you.
You
away,
didn't push me. You just
yeah, like abusive. Like, get away from me, woman! I'm about to
it
marry
was
you.
so romantic.
Yeah.
No, I think you just took a step back so you could get a little space in between.
Yes.
And then as soon as you started taking that step back, you
Yeah.
reached your hand into your jacket.
And I grab it. The not my penis, but the the ring. I'm not sure why my penis would be in my jacket.
The ring. I don't know. That's crazy. Okay. Anyways. Gosh. So you pull the ring out.
The box with the ring.
The box.
Pull the ring box out so I can show her what time it is. Like, all right, it's game time. Let's go. You ready or not? Forever. That type of thing. And so I flip the box up, and actually the ring is facing towards me.
Yes,
so I
it
can make
was.
sure she loved me for me, not the ring. It was all
Yeah.
planned out. It wasn't nerves.
Sure. You
And
planned
so,
that.
You saw
So
it.
yeah, as soon as I saw the box.
That shock, that look of shock.
Yeah. Like thoughts escaped my mind.
What the?
The room went kind of silent. Train stations are loud, okay?
Yeah.
The train station went silent to me.
That's crazy.
I did not notice anybody around me anymore. I was just in pure shock at the moment. I wasn't shocked that you would ask me to marry me. Obviously, we've talked about getting married. We've talked about,
Yeah.
it's not that kind of shock. It's just like, oh, this is the moment.
Now?
Now?
Right now?
That's actually kind of, if I did have thoughts, I think that's kind of what was going on in my head.
That's funny.
But
That's
in
funny.
a good way. Yeah. So then that, 1 or 2 seconds felt like a really long time.
Yeah.
Before you started talking.
It did. I can't front that it felt like, not forever, but it felt like a little minute. But I'm like, all right, just get it out. And I had this, like I said, I had this long dialogue, not long, like a mini, like 3 sentences maybe, 4 statements probably. But
So not a long dialogue. You had bullet points.
yeah. But I was so nervous. The main thing I got out was, I thank God for you. I thank God for you.
Yep.
I love you. And something.
That's what you remember saying. I
What did
kind of
you
remember
remember?
hearing that. But the part that I remember hearing is, you're a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
So I think between what you remember, between what I remember, that's what happened.
Yeah, you're a beautiful woman. I thank God for you.
I thank God for you. Yep.
Will you... There's more stuff to it, but will you
Yeah.
do me
Marry
the honor
me.
of being my queen to be? Marry me.
Yeah. So you got down on one knee.
Well, after the lady kept saying, get down on one knee, get down on one knee, get down on one knee. Like, hey, let me get my shit off first.
Yeah.
Thank God for you. All right, one knee.
You got down on one knee. And yeah.
A tear. Well, the thing I'll
Few
say, when I
tears?
said I thank God for you, the tear rolled out, you know what I'm saying? Like a real, it was a G'd up tear. It's like, what up, cuz? Cuz, this cuz, blah.
Oh
blah,
my God.
Blah, this tear me. Yo, folk, don't hit me up. No, I better not hit the ground, folk.
It was a beautiful moment, and
Yeah.
it was not anything like that.
Well, my tear was gangster, though.
Your tear was gangster.
Yeah.
But,
And so it was a gangster ass tear, you know what I'm saying? A couple 2 tears, and they needed some buddies. And I got down on one knee. Yeah, I said, will you marry me? And you said,
of course.
and then a tear fell out again, another gangster tear, like, hey, nigga.
I said, of course.
Yep.
And we hugged, and it was beautiful. And all the while, yeah, we got it all on video thanks to your thought, thinking ahead to give the nice woman your phone. So she recorded all of it, and all the women that were on the train were all standing around us like cheering.
Yeah, and
that was funny.
Yeah, and it's like almost the traveling sisters of Yaya Hood or whatever it is. Wherever that was. Traveling pants of the sisters.
They lit candles. It was kind of weird.
Yeah,
but
everybody just had like a seance right then and there. Like, okay,
they blessed me with some oils. I don't know.
Later, like, that's romantic as hell, or something like that. Like, hey, man, I just do what?
Yeah, so it was so great. It was awesome, and I was in kind of like a different state of shock at that point. Once everything happened, everyone kind of said congratulations, and then they left and they started going where they needed to go.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted them to leave. I'm like, all right, can we have our space now?
Yeah, so then we did. We just stood there, and then finally, once my brain
cleared
a little bit, it came back into my head. What I started saying was, "What?
For real?
For real? What?
I can't believe it.
Like, what is happening right now?" Like, so then I had that kind of shock moment.
And then that shock lasted the whole trip.
Not the whole trip. I was definitely in a bit of a daze.
Yeah.
La la land.
Yes.
Super happy. Nothing can ruin my day.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yes.
Not even Aladdin.
No. Was the Aladdin? No, Aladdin was the next day, right?
It was like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Still didn't ruin my day.
For sure.
So yeah, that's the story. We have it all on video, and we'll probably be releasing it with this podcast.
For sure. And I almost kind of feel like that's like a perfect ending point.
Yeah.
Before the show. And so we're just going to leave it at that, and we're going to continue the discussion of the trip
on the next episode.
So make sure you stay tuned. Cliffhanger for you guys.
Yeah.
So with that said, what's your Instagram? What's your social media? How do people get in contact with you?
Well, you can reach me on Instagram, EELopez11. You can also follow us on _ Amorisol.
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
Yeah.
Is it? Or at least you can go to our YouTube page, or you can YouTube Amor Soul. We don't have a website yet. We will be building that hopefully soon. You can get at me at thebreezelife.com. The Breeze Life for most, if not all, social media. Yeah, I think for all social media, that's all social media. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, The Breeze Life. Website, like I said, The Breeze Life. You want some cool RC pictures. There's also some good inspirational quotes and some stories.
Yeah, thebreezelife.com. It's pretty cool.
And we in the subsequent episode, ooh, look at that. I read. In the subsequent episode, we will discuss like why I shifted the Instagram page to be what it is now.
Yeah,
for sure.
Cool. And I'm just gonna repeat this again.
Go ahead.
You can reach us on Instagram at _Amorisol. That's where we're going to be releasing the engagement video if you want to check that out.
Yes.
And then probably also some pictures from the trip.
Yes. Also, we have a Facebook page too.
Amorisol. Amorisol Facebook page.
Yes. Like that.
Any social media platform you like?
Yeah.
You pick.
There you go. And with that, we're gone.
Yeah.
It's Erica.
Out.
And DeMarcus.
See you next time.
Out.
Hear you next time.
I thought you...
Okay. Bye. Bye.